Hey everyone, it's 4th Street Sports Show here at Yeoman Stadium, where we just witnessed Southern Miss beat Tulane 27-24. One of the wildest Southern Miss games I have watched, but Southern Miss beat Tulane for the Battle of the Bell. They rung the bell and actually broke the bell. So we're just all trying to comprehend what just happened, but a huge win for Southern Miss. We had Coach Hall in the interview, Natron Brooks. They were both saying that this is basically getting back to the program's DNA, and you could feel the relief it really gave for this program and its fans. So with that, I'll open it up to Nathan and Jackson. Just, how do you evaluate what this win means for Southern Miss?
Well, I said it coming into this game. This is going to be, if they pulled it off, it would be the biggest win in Will Hall's career and the Will Hall era. And overall, it wasn't the perfect game like Will Hall said, but that is what Southern Miss fans are looking for, that grit, that attitude, the fans coming in and bringing their energy. So that is exactly what people think of when they think of Southern Miss football. So that's my overall takeaway from this one.
Just look at the way they were able to win. Tulane nearly doubled Southern Miss in yards. Tulane had 451 total yards. Southern Miss had 253. Southern Miss wasn't able to get the running game going either. They had 59 rushing yards on 27 attempts. It was just a gritty performance. Special teams, defense, and offense when it mattered the most. Just the way they were able to win this game proves that they're a team that knows they can win, and moving forward into the bye week and in Sun Belt play, this is only going to do numbers for Southern Miss, not to mention winning a rivalry game. Oh, that's special.
And that's something that Nathan and I saw on the field. We looked up at the scoreboard and saw the total yardage, and we were like, wow, it didn't even feel like that because Southern Miss's defense was just making big plays and big stops throughout the game. And, even though the Southern Miss offense, we know that's been the story the whole season of how they've been trying to grow, it did feel like they did make growth today, especially quarterback Zach Wilkie. If you could tell his stats, Jackson.
Yeah, so Wilkie on the stat sheet, kind of pedestrian, but the throws he made mattered. He was 17 of 25, 194 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His favorite target on the day was Jacarius Caston. 8 catches, 91 yards, including, I believe it was a 37-yard touchdown off a slant. And then Caston had his career high in receptions, so they talked about kind of the connection they had. And Jason Brownlee, once again, he continued his near-weekly tradition of making circus catches over these defenders. He had 3 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown. Frank Gore had 3 catches for 14, and that led the team. So not an offensive performance full of fireworks, but they made the plays when it counted.
They really did what they had to do to win, I think, in that game. And talking about Brownlee and Caston, back-to-back 4th Street Player of the Week. Who will it be this week? I don't know, because guess what? Southern Miss's special teams, made their case. And who else would it be? None other than Natron Brooks with a big blocked kick. Won Sun Belt Conference Special Teams Player of the Week last week. How big was what the special teams did tonight for this win tonight?
It was the story of the game, in my opinion. When you look at it, how the game was going early on, you're down 14-0. You're kind of feeling the energy leave the building, and then you make that kind of a big of a play like that, you block the punt, and then you get a blocked field goal late in the game. And all that did is just juice up the sideline. You could feel it on the sideline. You could feel the players getting back into the game. You could feel the fans getting into the game. Overall, it was just what Natron Brooks did tonight. He better get it again, that that Sun Belt Special Teams Player of the Week, because, wow, what a game by him.
I'll put it to you like this. I went over the stats where Tulane outgained Southern Miss by a lot. So you look at offense versus defense, you would look at that and you would think Southern Miss would lose that game. But one category where Southern Miss unequivocally dominated was special teams. Let's look at it. It started off Mason Hunt down to punt out of bounds inside the 2-yard line. And that forced Tulane to punt for the first time, and that led to a Jason Brownlee touchdown. And then look at the field goals. Tulane missed 2 field goals. Briggs Bourgeois made all his field goals, and the last Tulane attempt was the blocked kick, like y'all mentioned. And after every missed field goal by Tulane, Southern Miss was able to capitalize and score. And then the blocked punt, able to capitalize with a field goal. Special teams was the determining factor in this game, and Southern Miss excelled at it.
And just to finalize on that, I think that was probably the most complete all-around special teams performance I've ever seen. I mean, like you were saying, field goals, punts, and then what Natron and special teams on kicks did, and the blocked punt, we didn't even really mention what that did to the team, added extra 3 points. Scoring those points when your offense can't get those short third downs like Zach Wilkie was talking in the presser, that just helps the offense, get back and, get the points that they need to win this game. And obviously the score, 3-point differential, but it was 10 points really until that last drive. So anything else y'all want to add? A lot to get from those pressers, but really liked what the team was saying about what this meant. I just kind of want to talk about the final scene here. It was wild. We have Malik Shorts, Lambo leaping into the crowd. Southern Miss fans were going crazy. The bell broke. I'm pretty sure Will Hall got Gatorated. So, what did y'all see there?
I saw a team, a fan base that was hungry, starving for a win like that. There's a history with this team, and it felt like tonight that history was, it was touched on. Well, they're not there yet. I don't want to say that the Nasty Bunch yet, but they are well on their way to getting back that history, playing like old Southern Miss teams and creating a new dynasty. This isn't the teams from back then. This is a new era, it feels like. And if they can keep playing like that, gritty wins and just getting better, like Will Hall says, every week they're getting better, that Eagle fans will love that, and the team can get behind that and future recruits.
Yeah, if I had to use 2 words to describe Southern Miss tonight, it would be gritty and opportunistic, and that's exactly what you need going forward. We talked to them post-game. This is a team that now believes they can win. They believe in themselves, and it's the most important time as Sun Belt Conference play is right around the corner. This is a team that believes they can achieve, whereas last year and the years before, they were kind of down. Will Hall talked about it. These times have been tough, but they believe in themselves right now, and Southern Miss believes they're in a great spot right now. And they have a year of bragging rights until Tulane comes into the Rock next year. So 365 days approximately with the bell. That's a huge deal for Southern Miss.
I felt like just how what this series has gone, not many games in a while really, but Tulane had taken those last 2. This really kind of revitalized. It got a little chippy. Fans were going at it too, back and forth. So I feel like that just aspect of having this rivalry back will be great for Southern Miss. And just to cap off, before we get to work, is Southern Miss has got the bye, and then we'll head into a big road game against Troy, which Troy just won. Did they win against Marshall? I'm pretty sure they just won against Marshall. We'll double check that. But also, fun fact is Southern Miss is now 1-0 when Ed Ogeron is on the field. He was here to watch the game. Coach O was here, and the Pelicans were. So Troy won 16-7. So that's going to be a huge game too. Troy has had a roller coaster season, but they've competed with some big name teams. So this has been 4th Street Sports Show, y'all. We'll catch you Monday.